Hello and welcome back to the ministry. And today, I got two different things that I'm going to be talking about. And we're going to start with the happy word that everybody wants to hear about, which is kingdom marriage. Okay? So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to move into the part that you really may not want to talk about in the next word. So let's get started. So, what the Lord showed me last night, He gave me two different parts. Lord, how you want me to order it? Okay. Lord, give me any extra wisdom I need in order to give this and deliver it the way that you want. So, last night, I was watching TV, of course, and doing my usual. I love on occasion to watch SVU. So they had a two-part finale last night, and this is where these two words came from. So first thing, I'm gonna show you what happened on that, or tell you what happened on that. You had the main character of SVU, Olivia Benson. She and her old partner from SVU, they was for 10 seasons, they was 10 or was it 13? I can't remember. But they were partners on that show. And he only recently came back for organized crime. I think they just ended a third season. So with that being said, there has always been a thing between these two. It's like you could tell that it's a natural, automatic love connection between the two of them. But the way that you know how TV series do, if they gave you that love connection immediately, then you start watching because you lose interest because the one thing that you're waiting for has yet to happen. And we still waiting. But they still got that conversative, we just friends, and you look at them all the time giving each other googly eyes all the time. So let me tell you, this is how we came upon this word. So last night in the episode, in the first part, it they were trying to catch this person that was doing online web, whatever it is, and the person had put up a hit on them. So they decided that they was going to go out and have lunch. And as soon as they went out to go have lunch, they were sitting there having lunch with the rest of the police officers. And first thing, let's just address this part, because this actually wasn't going to be in here. Lord, show me how you want me to say this, because you're bringing my attention to it. There was an enemy, let's put it that way, that wanted to take them out. So it was sending people to them to try to take them out. And what the people did was gassed I hear you. They gassed the people, meaning in order to get to them, they were going to gas everybody. So they gassed the police car that was outside, and then they went in and gassed the people on the inside. And what I'm hearing in the spirit is gaslighting. I'm like, that's interesting, God. But they were gassed. So everybody went to sleep. One, for the gaslighting, there are people that have intended target to you. Okay, I hear you now. there's a level of communication that's coming, and there's people that have intended targeted to you that are trying to block the formation of what it is that God's trying to do. So what they're doing is putting a blanketed attack. I hear you, God. It's a blanketed attack. When that guy walked in that place, he sprayed the people in the car. He sprayed the people in the kitchen. He sprayed the people out in the room. The only people that actually did not pass out were the two of them. So your enemy's trying to do a blanketed panic attack. So there you go. Remember, I released the word called jump scare, right? So it's in order to get to you and to cause you to step into fear, jump you. And there you go. What do spiritual gangs do? They jump you in the spirit. So the enemy is trying to send in an attack to blanket, fog up the situation in order to potentially deter in fear what is meant to transpire. But catch this, you and your kingdom spouse are spiritually aware. The first thing they did when they saw the guy coming, and the guy had a gas mask, he thought he was prepared. He thought he was straightly gonna come in there and take them out. First thing that Stabler did was he grabbed a napkin. He was coughing, but he put it around at his eyes to try to prevent whatever it was from getting in his eyes. It still got into his eyes, so he couldn't see. Catch that. He was unable to see. Every time, pay attention. Some of your God-ordained spouses are this close. He was sitting right next to her. And now he can't see. Your God-ordained spouse is so close. The Lord gave me a vision. You want me to share it? This vision he gave me over 7 years ago about my God-ordained spouse. And in that vision, my arm was on the table. And he showed me my God-ordained spouse's arm, who in the vision was literally sitting right next to me. And the distance between the two of us, the Lord was showing, was literally arm's reach. I could have reached over and touched his arm. That's how close we were. Some of you are so spiritually close to this thing, not only the manifestation of it, but the person spiritually, okay? And remember the word I gave talking about technical support? You are your husband's technical support. He could now no longer see. Because we are the spiritual people, meaning we follow God to a level and degree that is more intense than the way that our God-ordained spouses are able to see. They need us spiritually because they may be blind. But catch what happened next. They both hit the floor because they kicked their chairs back to make sure that, no, this is what happened. She got up and was preparing to shoot, but the gas thing went off, but the guy shot her in the gut. Okay? Lord, you want me to address the gunshot? Now, the way that she was shot, the bullet penetrated and went through her, he went through her behind is what it did, in all actuality. So both of them went down because I think when he tried to move, and when he moved, they both ended up in the floor. So he's laying on his back and she's on her back. She said she's hit. So some of us, this is what the Lord is showing me, we've been hit spiritually. The enemy's been sending all kinds of attacks at us spiritually. If you saw that video, I talked about the head thing that happened to me. It literally was happening while I was on video. It's how I'd be so, if I was another person, I say some things. But yeah, we be getting hit sometimes in the spirit. Now, she got hit, but she still could see. He could not. But in some way, she was able to guide him that he made one move. And that one move, he shot the person point blank. Through their mask, dead. And she said that she was hit and he helped her. Catch this. I'm going to address that in 1 second. So you have the eyes to see. Okay? He could not see. You can see. He shot. And I can't say for sure whether she aimed him or he did it on his own. But he shot the person. It is your moving together in this that's literally going to line up things so that even in intense situations, you can get the shot. Not only that, I'm hearing shoot your shot, okay? Some of these men have to shoot their shot to get with you. Meaning, if they haven't approached yet, they are either going to, it's coming up, and they're going to shoot their shot. Okay? And they ain't going to miss. See how that works? So, when she said that she was hit, he stood up. And then she was standing next to him. He immediately allowed her to lean on him. And this is what your God-ordained spouse is doing. Some of your God-ordained spouses have been praying for you and you didn't know it. They may not have been doing all that you do, but they've been praying for you. And as they've been praying for you, it has allotted you the ability to lean on them when the witchcraft was injuring you, because they were covering you in the spirit. She told him, I'm hit. Some of your spouses didn't know or could not see that certain forms of this witchcraft that was happening was hitting you or hit you. Stephanie P. released a video called Your Partner Can Now See and He Understands. And in it, she talked about the fact that they now can see what attacks came against you. Okay? So the type of attack that came against you hit you. They weren't privy to what hit you, but now they understand you were hit too in this thing. But get this, when she told him, I'm hit, he picked her up in a bridal carry. Your God-ordained spouse is coming to carry you, not just to get you to your next place, not just to, and for some of you, it is to, but some of you, The bridle, meaning you're stepping over, you're crossing over the threshold. That's what the man does before he takes you into the room, the house, the what have you, crosses you over the threshold. Come on, God, put this together. He is carrying her. But remember, he still can't see. Which takes me back to what I said before, your technical support. She literally had to guide him out, and due to the fact everyone else was passed out, she had to guide him around the people that were laid out on the floor, passed out. Your God-ordained spouse may not have the eyes to see, but he's still going to be able to carry you, and you have the ears to hear that's going to be able to tell him which way to go. And due to the fact everybody was unconscious, you're going to do so out from the eyesight of everybody else. Meaning, he's going to come get you and take you out of that situation without anybody else seeing it. But you're going to have the ability to hear and speak what's necessary to lead him out. He's coming to pick you up and carry you, cross you over out of that situation. So, what was the last thing? Oh, the last part. I could have added this in a few moments ago, but I decided to make it the best part at the end. I saw something this morning, and it was talking about your miracle's coming. It's en route, but what it is the instruction has been given. And it's going to happen suddenly. That's what it was. I saw a title said it's going to happen with speed. God's doing it in such a way that it's going to happen with a level of speed. So with it happening within a level of speed, I was listening to a word that I missed last week from my coach, and she entitled it, "It's a point of convergence." You're going to not see it, and then you're going to see it. Okay? So, I had a dream, and in it, I saw an individual as if I was looking at him on television in a specific outfit. Then, moments later in the dream, I was standing in front of the person wearing the outfit. This happened to me twice in two separate dreams. The TV show I was looking at yesterday, I had it on mute. It was another episode of my show. And in the scene, the character was walking down the street. The way they shot it, you couldn't see nobody around her. It was dark. She was walking. She stopped to look in her compact mirror. And when she looked in her compact mirror, you saw her face, but no one was there. Within seconds, she closed the compact to turn around to go back to her walking, and there her God-ordained spouse was. She did not see him. She did not sense him. He was right there. For some of you, and I don't understand why you couldn't tell, because the Lord done told you about 15,000 times this man was coming. He done said it. He shouted at the rooftop. Some of y'all probably been seeing this person's name everywhere, especially those of you that know. He coming. But what's going to happen is, just like you see right now, you don't see nobody. You don't see nothing. There's no sign anywhere. There was no sign around her that this man was anywhere near her at all.
They did a wide shot. And in the wide shot, from left to right, there was nothing. Granted, she was standing, and catch this, in the spotlight on the street. God is going to illuminate you to your God-ordained spouse. And he's already been tracking you. But I think a lot of y'all already know that because everybody been saying that. They already know. They know they're on their way. They've been en route. So don't act surprised when they just show up. He showed up, and catch this again, jump scare. It startled her. What did I say about jump scare? A jump scare is something that initially gets you to jump because you are afraid of it. And when you look again, you realize it's safe. There may be something to come that's going to startle you just before you see your God-ordained spouse standing there. Lord, should I even mention that? Because I don't know the name of the video. Queen Alita did a video. God, it was 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago, baby. And in it, she talked about there was going to be a situation that was going to startle a person. And it's going to leave you shell-shocked or shocked in such a way. But in that shocking, the person that's supposed to come is going to come in right there. Meaning your God-ordained spouse is going to come in right there. Now, it may be that a scenario occurs that's going to leave you in a state that has you jumped in a jump fear. But the Lord is showing me something else, and I'm actually going to wait to release that part on the next one. Okay? So, I pretty much covered it, but be prepared. This man could show up at any time, suddenly. What did I just say? She was standing there. She was looking in the mirror. Now, what did I say before about in the mirror? She saw him in person, but could not see him in the mirror. Some of us have seen our God-ordained spouses in the spirit, but did not see them in the natural. So she couldn't see him because of their spirit. But now, I just figured it out. She couldn't see him. She didn't see him in the spirit. Some of y'all, your God-ordained spouse is going to be missing in the spirit realm. And you're going to be wondering, wait a minute. We had all this spiritual connection. What happened? He's not here. Because God's removed him from the spirit realm and he's about to show up in the natural. She did not see him. Then he was right there. God's turning it around. You probably still looking at him looking for him in the spiritual space. And what's going to happen, you ain't going to see him there. Because God's going to cover his steps. And then the next thing you're going to know is he's standing in front of you. And you're like, what? Wait, what? Sudden. You know how God does. Even when he's doing something, he don't let you see what's happening in the spirit realm. And you be like, God, why aren't you talking to me? I thought we had a relationship like this. And he stopped talking completely. Because he's doing something. How many times have we heard that? If you don't hear anything, he's moving. If you don't see anything in relation to God-ordained spouse, it's because God's moving around with him. And somebody, I read that, was talking about that. God's got your God-ordained spouse under covert cover right now. Because he got to get to you. Just like I said in the first part of the word. Couldn't nobody see. Everybody was unconscious. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody had gone unconscious. So their ability to see anything that was going on creating a clear path for you to get to them or them to get to you. So that's what the Lord showed me for that, but I got to come back because I got a deeper word for you guys. And I'm going to need y'all to put your grown panties on and your grown pants because this is a real serious word. And it was from that episode that happened last night. So I'm going to come back, take a breath, because here we go. All right. I'll be right back.